I've said this in my The Last 5 Years movie review, and I'm going to say it again. Anna Kendrick has singing syndrome. Seriously, someone, get this girl some help. She really, really needs to be cured once and for all.
So just dance, dance, dance. So just dance, dance, dance.
Hello everybody, this is 22 Tiger Dude here, and I'm here to review Trolls. So Trolls is the DreamWorks animated feature directed by Walter Dorn and Mike Mitchell. Walter Dorn, who is actually known for directing some of the older SpongeBob SquarePants episodes from, I believe, seasons 1 through 3. And the film is actually from the same writers of the SpongeBob SquarePants movies, Sponge Out of Water, and all 3 of the Kung Fu Panda movies, including Kung Fu Panda 3 from earlier this year. And you have the cast of Anna Kendrick, Justin Timberlake, Zooey Deschanel, Russell Brand, James Corden, Gwen Stefani, and Christopher Mintz-Plasse. And Trolls is about this young little troll named Poppy. She is a very happy troll. Everyone in this community is very happy, other than Branch, voiced by Justin Timberlake. Poppy believes in just staying positive. She never has had anything wrong happen. Until one night, this Bergen has found all of these trolls and has captured a lot of the trolls and has taken to something called the Bergen Town. So it's up to Poppy and Branch to work together to go ahead and save those trolls that were taken by the Bergen. And so when I went to Trolls personally, I thought this looked like a little cute movie. I wasn't expecting anything great or even necessarily good from DreamWorks, which is saying a lot because I'm a huge fan of this animation studio. But this one, I wasn't too sure about it. I thought it looked cute. I will say, I had a lot of fun with that trailer that played the Justin Timberlake song, Can't Stop the Feeling. Because Can't Stop the Feeling, ever since I watched that trailer, that song has never left my head. It is the catchiest song of 2016. I've listened to that song maybe over 100 times at this point. I'm being dead serious. However, I do have faith in DreamWorks, and they did a very solid job with Kung Fu Panda 3 earlier this year. And considering this film is from the same writers of Kung Fu Panda 3, I wanted to see what they could bring to this film. And so, after giving Trolls a chance, not DreamWorks' best film, definitely. Yeah, when you consider the Kung Fu Panda movies, the How to Train Your Dragon movies, just more stuff that they have to deliver, the Madagascar movies, Trolls does not go in their categories of being one of the best. In fact, this is one of the more weaker DreamWorks animated films, I have to be honest. Does that mean I hated Trolls, however? No, I actually didn't hate Trolls. There is some fun to be had with this film. There are some cute moments, but ultimately it doesn't quite have that magic that a lot of DreamWorks animated movies do have, in my personal opinion. But one of the things that Trolls definitely does have is colorful, beautiful animation. I mean, this might be the most colorful DreamWorks animated film out there. As far as their animation goes, this might be their most colorful, because my goodness, this movie is oozing with eye candy. If anything, right next to the musical numbers, I think the animation is the best thing about Trolls. It's probably the biggest praise I could honestly give Trolls. And I thought the voice cast honestly did a really good job in this film. You have a lot of talented people here. Anna Kendrick, of course, I thought she did a really good job as Poppy, this happy troll. And considering Anna Kendrick, how she's that girl that's happy, as far as most of the characters she's known for playing, I think this role actually fit Anna Kendrick. She fit that happy personality, so I thought she did a very good job lending the voice of Poppy. And then Justin Timberlake, he did a really good job voicing Branch. I thought he definitely fit that more downer personality very well. Zooey Deschanel, who I'm a very huge fan of, nice to see her in the film. Even though you don't technically see her, but she does do the voice of this Bergen named Bridget, and I thought she did a very nice job with that character. Christopher Mintz-Plasse is actually the king. He actually voiced that character, and I thought he did a pretty solid job. And I actually did kind of like that king character. I actually thought he was actually a rather cute character for someone that's known to be a king. And then there's also Russell Brand, and then there's also James Corden, there's also Gwen Stefani. They all do their parts very well. I thought as far as voice acting goes, everyone does do a very good job. Oh yeah, Jeffrey Tambor too. Jeffrey Tambor. Not in this film a whole lot, but for the scenes he was in, he was a lot of fun to watch in this film. Something I definitely do admire when it comes to Trolls are the messages. I thought the messages about find your own happiness and how it takes that one special person to help you find your happiness. I thought that was a very well done aspect about this film that I do truly admire. There are some moments that did hit with me as far as the humor goes. Some of the humor did work for me. And of course, you've come to expect this because yes, Trolls, if you haven't guessed from the trailer, is best described as an animated musical, and there's definitely a lot of singing. So if musical is not your kind of genre, then yeah, good luck with Trolls, because there's a lot of singing in this film. There ain't anything I could do about it. I'm a musical person, so I have no problem with this being a musical, and I could say besides one musical number, which I'll mention in my cons, I pretty much have enjoyed all the other musical numbers in Trolls. I thought it was a lot of fun. It fit the storyline. It was very catchy. Of course, the one that stands out with me is Can't Stop the Feeling, obviously. Unfortunately, when it comes to my problems with Trolls, first of all, most of the humor does not really land for me. I did not laugh a lot of the time when it comes to Trolls. I felt like they tried way too hard with the humor. It felt very, very forced, oftentimes very awkward and kind of cringeworthy, to be honest. And it just didn't necessarily land with me. The biggest one would probably have to be, at least one of them, is with this Cloud character. Thank goodness this Cloud character only has well, technically one scene, I'll say that, but I just didn't really care for him. And there's other aspects of the humor, particularly like when you get to the Bergens town. That's when, yeah, it just doesn't really start to land for me. And speaking of the Bergens, the plot between both of these Bergens, there is actually, yes, a romance plot between them. And it would be fine and all if I was actually entertained, because to be perfectly honest, I was not really all that entertained when it came to that plot, and it was so unnecessary. It wasn't even cute. I would be fine with it if it was cute, but it wasn't really. It was just awkward, and it just didn't really work, and I was just waiting for them to kind of wrap up the movie because I was not getting into that whole Bergen's romance plot, to be honest. And yes, the movie is generic. It is very predictable. I personally did not really care for the storyline in this film. While it's really fun with the musical numbers, anything not dealing with singing and all that, to be honest, the storyline, it's not something I'm gonna remember. It's about as generic and as bland an animated film like this can get. And then talk about, honestly, the climax of this film feeling very rushed. You know, you already know where the film is going to go, but when it gets to this climax, it does feel like they're speeding things along just so they can hurry up into the end. And speaking of the ending itself, it did feel very fast, just so they could go to the end credits. And yes, there are a few characters in this film that I wasn't exactly a fan of, to be honest. I would say specifically with Russell Brand's character, wasn't too huge on him. Gwen Stefani's character is whatever to me. There's this silver troll. I forgot the name of this troll. And that worm, oh goodness, that weird looking worm. Yeah, besides for maybe one part that did kind of give me a little chuckle, just know with that character, please. Just please know. Also, back to the musical number I mentioned earlier, I didn't really care about. The one musical number I didn't really care about was Hair Up. I just thought that was kind of stupid in terms of how that was presented. Just wasn't really a fan of the musical number, but the rest I did really enjoy though. So overall, I didn't hate Trolls. I think Trolls is an okay DreamWorks animated film. It's literally right in the middle with me. Like I said, it's fun for the musical numbers. The animation is absolutely colorful. That might be my favorite thing when it comes to Trolls. And I did really like Poppy and Branch, and I liked their little friendship. I thought that was cute, but I thought the movie as a whole could have been better. It was lacking the magic. And I just came out of Trolls honestly just feeling eh. So I'm going to give Trolls 2 out of 4 stars. So you guys, in the comments down below, let me know what you think about the DreamWorks animated film Trolls. And also, because I did mention that Can't Stop the Feeling is a very catchy song from this year in my opinion, what is the catchiest song of 2016 in your humble opinion? So you guys, this is 20 Tiger Dude here. Thanks for watching, and don't forget that I will always have tiger power, and I can't stop the feeling. So just dance, 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 can't stop the feeling. So keep dancing.